You trying to de-tilt me, Looney? Go girl, I love you too. What is up there guys, this is Corbin. It has been a long time since I have ever sat down to actually record a video while a little bit depressed, a little bit tilted, a little bit annoyed. I'm going to try to end this one on a positive spin, though it remains to be seen if that's going to be something I'm going to be, able to accomplish in my current mindset. So, I don't like making negative videos, man. I don't like doing this, but you know what? I've played Blizzard games for the better part of like 12, maybe 13 years at this point, and I actually give a shit about a lot of their franchises. Even games that I haven't really touched in a long, long time, the likes of Heroes of the Storm, the likes of Hearthstone, which I seem to only dabble in every now and again because, well, it's just not a game that's doing so good. It's not really building any hype. And that seems to be a kind of pattern that is permeating a lot of Blizzard games recently. So honestly, I don't really know where I'm going to go with this video, but let's just begin with the elephant in the room. Another World of Warcraft store mount has just been released. Now, obviously they released that Fox Vulpine thing, like 6 weeks ago or something, and people were fucking pissed, man. People wanted real content. Real updates. They wanted to know that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, that the allied races might eventually be added to the game at some point in the near future. How many months are we into BFA now, actually? Jesus, let me check. Okay, so yeah, we were approaching 6 months into the expansion, and we still don't have the allied races, which were, the Zandalari and all of that, which were kind of marketed as part of the expansion, and we're like, still waiting, you know? Oh god, I'm looking at it right now. And now they've released this new mount, the Swine of Good Fortune. What good fortune? You know what I'm saying? Look, the video's got 10% likes. It's gone down. It's gone off like a wet fart. It's gone off like a wet fart. And everybody, it's like they want to become a meme. What are they doing? I mean, one would think that after the goddamn Fox mount was released and it went down horribly, people were fucking pissed, man. People were really, really upset. And you know what? When things like that happen, I stay out of it, I don't make videos about negative stuff, I try to avoid it. I bitch and whine a little bit about class design sometimes, but I've all but given up on that front. But we'll touch on that again just a little bit later. And fair enough, if they had this Fox mounts kind of release plan all set up months in advance, and now, they just went ahead and released it. They kind of knew it would go down badly, but screw it, they released it anyway, I can kind of get that. I can't really, I still think it was a dumb decision, but I can sort of overlook it. I'm not going to talk about it, I wasn't even going to make a video about this new goddamn Swine of Good Fortune bullshit mount that was released as well. But even for me, as someone who stays out of this kind of shit, I'm getting to feel like just enough is enough at this point. Even I feel inclined to begin a dialogue on this channel about the direction that things are going, and the direction that I don't think it's even so much the direction that Blizzard is going with these store mounts and the bad content and just every game either stagnating or actively declining and just going down the shitter. I don't think that we are on the road to somewhere bad. I feel like this is it. I feel like this is where we are now. I feel like surely things can't get any worse. And I don't see things getting better, Now, a lot of you guys have been asking, Kobe, you're going to be playing WoW Classic, We know that you're not really into the game right now, which is correct. I just don't really touch endgame ever anymore. Maybe I'll have some background footage playing right now, which will be the first time I've actually PvP'd on my Warlock in like 50 days or something ridiculous. I just don't touch endgame. All I do in WoW now is Iron Man leveling, and that's it. Will I be playing WoW Classic? Of course I will. Of course I will. Are you kidding me? I can't miss up on the chance to go back to play a WoW Classic. But for any kind of brownie points that Blizzard earned, okay, I'm gonna sound like a super fucking entitled, whiny little son of a bitch customer here, but I don't give a damn, okay? This is what I'm thinking, and this is what I'm feeling, and I think that maybe I'm not the only one. But any kind of brownie points that Blizzard earned by releasing, or announcing WoW Classic, we're gonna give the community what they want, Those brownie points are well and truly already spent. It very much feels like I touched on this in a previous video, but it very, very much feels like WoW Classic was just released to kind of shut us up. To kind of throw us a bone, I don't know. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Blizzard is like this huge manipulative company and they're just trying to milk us and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, we probably talk about 1% of the decision makers within Blizzard here, okay? The people who have the final say on when things are released and what kind of services they're going to charge our money for whether it's store mounts or the all-new Spectator mode that they've recently announced for the upcoming season of the Overwatch League. I'm going to get to that in just a little bit as well. I absolutely do believe that the majority of the company care greatly about what they release, but we don't know how much these devs who really, really love the games that they are making are being bottlenecked behind the scenes. We have no idea. I do genuinely feel bad for most of the developers. I feel bad for the likes of Mr. Ian Hazakostas. I feel like he's a very, very talented spokesperson in that he can say a lot of words without really telling us anything. And you can sometimes kind of see that he's in agony behind his eyes in some of these Q&As. And I mean, what's he supposed to do? Is he supposed to just say, look, our fucking hands are tied, we're trying our best, okay? He can't really come out and say that. And just lay it all at the feet of Activision, whether it's Activision's fault or not. So I'm not saying that all of the devs are bad. I'm not saying that this is the whole company's fault. But what I am saying is that, look, if BFA was doing okay, if it was doing alright, and if the likes of the Overwatch League were really popping off, and all of the other games are doing really, really well, Heroes of the Storm still had an esports scene, and things were going great over there, we wouldn't be getting WoW Classic, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling that I'm getting. That's the feeling I'm getting. I kind of feel like it's just a bargaining chip. And it's the same thing with Warcraft 3 as well. Even though, again, you know, I'm super excited for both of those games, and I am gonna fucking play them. But even though I am gonna be playing both of those games, it won't be without the feeling of a little bit of rot growing in my heart, if that makes sense. Maybe that's a bit melodramatic. But you know what I mean? I'm gonna feel like I'm buying into their shit a little bit by doing this. Anyway, finish off this little section with a little smidgen of positivity. The Swine of Good Fortune, it looks great. It's an awesome mount. It would have been great if it was actually obtainable within the game through, I don't know, maybe one of the events. I saw one of the comments that this would have been an amazing mount to maybe give away as a prize for participating in perhaps the Lunar event. I totally agree with that. It would have been sweet. I think that the fact that the mount looks so good tells me that there is passion behind this company still. The art team for Blizzard is notoriously fucking godlike. Do you know that? There's so many... they have so much good shit to offer. We can't forget that this is still the same company that has given us incredible games in the past. It's just recently, I don't know what the hell's happening. I don't know if Overwatch League is flopping behind the scenes and they're having to milk every game drastically to try to fund this league, which... at this point, it would be an absolute disaster if this thing went down in flames, given how much money is involved in this and how many investors really, really need this to pay off. I don't know if that's the cause. What do you guys think? This is another thing that I haven't really touched on. It's just sort of been a de facto truth, I suppose, that you'd be able to gather if you've been, you know, following the channel at all. And that's the fact that I'm just not playing endgame at all. And yeah, just to delve into that a little bit, it's all about class design for me. It's all about class design. I don't really give a damn what kind of content is released. I mean, it's nice if things like island expeditions just don't exist in the game. It's very, very reminiscent for me of Ashran. It's just a dog piece of content that you really should do if you want to keep up with various systems in the game. But I don't really give a shit about that. I don't mind being a little bit behind. I just want to play Battlegrounds. I just want to gank people and kill alliance gankers and stuff like that, and, you know, a bit of well PvP, maybe some duels in there and stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I like to do. Problem is that just isn't fun at all if your class is like a 4-button piece of shit. And almost every class in the game, from what I've gathered, feels a little bit like that. And I think the worst part is that I feel like that's never going to change now. It's been like this for like the past few expansions, and the likelihood that the new expansion is going to come along and we're going to make everything really complex again, and, you know, playing Destro Lock is going to be like playing a fucking piano, and it's going to be great, you know. It's not going to happen. Anyway, so the issues that I'm having aren't just with WoW. Like I said, I wasn't going to make this damn video. I don't like to make these kind of ranty videos where I'm just being pissed off and kind of feeling betrayed. It's not just World of Warcraft. It's not just World of Warcraft. I feel like it's all kind of come to a head, you know? Hearthstone... if you don't actively play a Hearthstone, you would have no idea when a new expansion came out. Ever. Or any of the updates that are going on in the game, none of the tournaments, no one gives a shit, man. People are apathetic to Hearthstone these days. Or at least that's the impression that I'm getting. The only time you know a new Hearthstone expansion's come out is you want one of those fucking irritating adverts with them goddamn annoying, catchy songs that they release, you know, for the new expansions. Other than that, you'd never know that Hearthstone even existed as a game. Diablo 3, Ruffle Lamau, You know, Heroes of the Storm, gone. I mean, I'm having to check the launcher just to make sure that I'm not missing anything here. That's how bad things have gotten, man. Like, Blizzard is just becoming... It's just becoming irrelevant, it kind of feels like. Oh yeah, StarCraft 2, that exists. And then with Overwatch now, we've got this goddamn... I think this was the thing that pushed me over the edge, actually. For anybody who follows Overwatch at all, or any kind of, you know, of the esports scene surrounding Overwatch, this Overwatch Command Center, or Control Center, or whatever it is, it's like a kind of season pass thing for the Overwatch League, if you don't know. The Overwatch League obviously is broadcast all the time on Twitch. It gets pretty decent viewer numbers. I think that Blizzard wanted it to have more and for it to blow up even more, but honestly, the viewing experience is fucking horrible. For like 2.5 years, people have been begging Blizzard for some kind of spectator mode so we can just watch the games from within the client. We can watch from any player's point of view that we want, so as a support main, I'm not having to sit there watching fucking Genji do backflips and shit. I don't give a damn about Genji. I have like 2 hours played on Genji and a 3% win rate, man. I don't give a shit about Genji, okay? If I want to watch a support player play in the Overwatch League so I can learn from his plays and all that stuff, then I should be allowed to do that, right? Right? Well, now I can. For 15 quid. Or is it $15? I don't know. So the reason why this is so fucking irritating, you know, this whole control center, command center thing, it is genuinely a really, really awesome feature. It means that I can actually watch the players and the roles and the heroes that I want to watch, and most importantly, I can follow the action coherently. Have you ever tried to watch the Overwatch League, dude? Like, really try to follow it, and then compare that experience to something like... I've never played League of Legends in my life, okay? I have played like 3 games in my life. I can watch a League of Legends game, and I understand virtually everything that's going on. I can measure the flow of the game, and I can enjoy it. Same thing with Counter-Strike, same thing with Dota 2, same thing with Hearthstone, obviously, because it's a children's card game. Overwatch League? I have no idea. The kill feed is happening. I'm just looking at the top right of the screen. I'm just watching the kill feed. Okay, so they just got a kill. Alright, they got 2 counter kills. Oh, Mercy just rezzed someone. So, is it now 4v4? Is it... okay, someone else just died. I mean, I'm trying to figure out who the fuck's winning the game, you know? Overwatch desperately needs a spectator mode. So this feature is going to be sweet, alright? If you're willing to pay for it. Why is this shit so fucking irritating? This should have been for free. This 1,000,000,000% should have been for free. Why do I hold that opinion? There was a World Cup viewer within the client, okay, during fucking BlizzCon, where you could watch the goddamn plays from any point of view that you wanted. It was literally this feature, but free. And now suddenly, it's gonna cost you money. What the hell is going on at Activision-Blizzard? And I don't know, man. It's just one skid mark of shit too much. And I don't know what the hell... I mean, this channel is a Blizzard channel. This channel, like, all we play is Blizzard games up on this channel, man. With the occasional Let's Play of, like, a survival game to do, like, whatever, you know? I don't know what to say about it, man. Like, what the... It feels like Activision-Blizzard have just gone the way of Bethesda and EA, and it's just turning into... It's just devolving day by day, man. It's just getting worse day by day. And it's so goddamn depressing, dude. Remember when Blizzard was... Remember when Blizzard was known within the industry as, oh, it's got the Blizzard polish, this game. You can trust that a Blizzard release or a Blizzard expansion is going to be stacked with sweet content. The gameplay is going to be addictive. And you can trust that a premium experience is going to be delivered by this company. I mean, all of that trust is gone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just me and a bunch of other really discontented people. Maybe there's some, you know, some of you guys out there who are still faithful, who are still holding on, maybe haven't seen as much shit as the likes of, you know, older Blizzard gamers like myself. I don't know, maybe you're young and naive and your time will come. I mean, I'm trying to wrap this one up on a positive, but it's really difficult. It's really difficult. What do you guys think? Tell me a positive. Tell me that some of you still have, some hope for the way that things are going, man. Because I am really discontented as a Blizzard customer, and I don't know that things are gonna improve, man. I mean, let's break it down by running through kind of what I believe each game needs. This is just one man's opinion. Feel free to make your own little list down below in the comments. Have like the game's name and then just one bullet point of one change you would like to see within the game. Let's do something like that for anybody who actually makes it this far into the video. World of Warcraft. They just need to make the classes fun and interesting and deep to play. That's pretty much it, okay? I don't care how bad the features are within World of Warcraft, for the most part, alright? It's nice when there's more stuff to do, but first and foremost, the classes actually have to feel fun, and not like you're piloting fucking... I mean, let's not even go there. Overwatch needs a huge content injection. I believe they need, like, an expansion pack. 3 new heroes, 6 new maps, maybe even a single-player story mode that they kind of release episodically. 1 episode a month, you play as a different character every time. They can release challenge modes for it. All of that good stuff. Hearthstone, it needs new game modes. Hearthstone drastically needs new game modes. It's been the same formula now since the game's release. Hearthstone would benefit greatly from a kind of custom game creator where people can, you know, kind of set their own rules. Maybe it's like a blitz mode game style where Nosdomu is just constantly in play, so that all of the turns are 15 seconds tops, that's all you get, and it's an extremely fast way to play the game. That would be really interesting for Hearthstone, I think. Maybe the ability for users to create tournaments. Maybe you can buy in with like 100 gold or something, and you get 16 people involved, and, well, whatever, you know what I'm saying? More game modes for Hearthstone, that would be amazing. Diablo, I can't really comment on. Maybe you guys will have to help me out with this one. I really don't know. I have like 30 minutes played in Diablo. StarCraft 2, are they ever going to touch that franchise again? StarCraft 3 could be great. Will it ever happen? I don't know. I'd love to eventually get around to playing the StarCraft games, but as of yet, haven't really touched them. And Heroes of the Storm, well, wow, man. I feel like that game is trying to be so many things that it ends up just being a hodgepodge of nothing, dude. Like, I can't tell whether I'm playing a goddamn arcade game and like an old school kind of casino. I can't tell. It's just a loot box, pay to unlock heroes, Clown Fiesta of a MOBA. And look, I think that Heroes of the Storm, honestly, at this point in time, is probably beyond saving. It's so far behind the competition, both Dota 2 and League of Legends, that as sad as it is, I do understand why they shelved Heroes of the Storm, essentially. RIP. So anyways, those are all my thoughts. TLDR, man, I just want to see the quality come back into Blizzard games. The quality, the content, the fucking enjoyability before just releasing goddamn Swines of Good Fortune. Like, how did they... Like, they knew that this was going to create a goddamn shitstorm. They knew this was going to become a meme. Let's have a talk in the comments. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hope I haven't put too much of a dampener on your day, but this video had to come eventually, alright? There's only so much crap that can pile up before even I need to make a video just talking about this. So, let me know what you think. Have a great day, thanks for stopping by, and hopefully I am going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later.